In this lesson, the short story will first be presented, and then the idioms and verbs used in this story will be explained. Make sure to stay with us until the end of this video. 3 Little Pigs.
Once upon a time, there was a mother pig who had 3 piglets. She was struggling to keep up with feeding her family, so she decided it was time for her piglets to set out on their own. "Go find yourselves a place to live," she told them, "and build yourselves a sturdy home." The first piglet was lazy and threw together a house of straw. "That'll do," he said, and kicked back to relax. The second piglet made a house out of sticks, working hard until the sun went down. The third piglet was the most hardworking, and he put up a sturdy house of bricks. It took a long time, but he stuck with it. One day, a big bad wolf showed up looking for a tasty meal. He smelled the first piglet in his straw house and knocked on the door. Little pig, let me in," he growled. The piglet peeked through the keyhole, saw the wolf's big teeth, and said, "No, no, no." The wolf huffed and puffed and blew down the straw house. The piglet ran to his brother's house. The wolf tracked down the second piglet, knocked on the door, and said, little pig, let me in." The 2 piglets peeked through the window and said, "No, no, no." The wolf huffed and puffed and blew down the wooden house. The 2 piglets ran to their brother's house. The wolf went to the brick house, knocked on the door, and said, little pig, let me in." The 3 piglets peeked through the keyhole and said, "No, no, no." The wolf huffed and puffed, but the brick house wouldn't fall down. He was worn out and gave up. The wolf decided to climb up the chimney and slide down to the house. But the wise third pig thought he would do this and had placed a trap, a pot of boiling water at the bottom of the chimney. When the wolf slid down, he landed right into the hot water. The wolf ran away while he was scared and defeated. Safe in their sturdy brick house, the 3 little pigs lived happily ever after, knowing that hard work and preparation paid off in the end.
Vocabulary and verbs from the story. Piglets. Meaning: baby pigs. Example: once upon a time, there was a mother pig who had 3 piglets. Keep up with. Meaning: to continue doing a certain task. Example: she was struggling to keep up with fitting care family. Set out. Meaning: to start a journey with a specific aim. Example: she decided it was time for her piglets to set out on their own. Through together. Meaning: to assemble or make something quickly. Example: the first piglet was lazy and threw together a house of straw. Kick back. Meaning: to stop doing things to take a break. Example: the lazy piglet kicked back to relax. Make out of. meaning to create or build something using a material. Example: the second piglet made a house out of sticks. Put up, meaning to build or raise something. Example: the third piglet put up a sturdy house of bricks. Stuck with, meaning unable to get rid of something. Example: building a house took a long time, but he stuck with it. Show up, meaning to appear or arrive unexpectedly. Example: one day, a big bad wolf showed up looking for a tasty meal. Knock on, meaning to hit or tap something to get someone's attention. Example: he smelled the first piglet in his straw house and knocked on the door. Peek through, meaning to look quickly while trying to avoid being seen. Example: the piglet peeked through the window, saw the wolf. Blew down, meaning to cause something to fall by the force of wind. Example: the wolf huffed and puffed and blew down the straw house. Track down, meaning to find someone or something after a thorough search. Example: the wolf tracked down the second piglet. Fall down, meaning to drop to the ground from a higher position. Example: the wolf huffed and puffed, and the stick house fell down. Worn out, meaning extremely tired or damaged from use. Example: the wolf was worn out, but the brick house wouldn't fall down. Give up, meaning to stop trying an action. Example: the wolf gave up after realizing the brick house is so strong. Climb up, meaning to go up using hands and feet. Example: the wolf decided to climb up the chimney to enter the house. Slide down, meaning to move downward on a surface. Example: the wolf decided to climb up the chimney and slide down to the house. Place a trap, meaning to invent a plan to catch someone who is doing something wrong. Example: the wise third pig had placed a trap, a pot of boiling water at the bottom of the chimney. Run away, meaning to escape from a particular place. Example: the wolf ran away while he was scared and defeated. Pay off. Meaning: to gain a positive outcome as a result of effort. Example: the three little pigs realize that hard work will pay off in the end. Live happily ever after. Example: safe in their sturdy brick house, the three little pigs lived happily ever after.